to find these deposits, they're very, very profitable, very high grade, but it takes a lot of work. What you see on the surface isn't typically what you find underneath the ground up there. So they do systematic exploration.
All right, StockPulse on location, Vancouver Resource Investment Conference 2020. Got with me now, Chuck Downie. He's the VP of Exploration for Taiga Gold. Taiga trades as TGC on the CSE. Chuck, appreciate you spending some time here.
Great to see you, Rob. As always, you're one of my favorite interviews for sure.
Well, that'll get you everywhere. I want to talk about 2019. You guys had a pretty good year, a lot going on. Let's kind of recapture that and lay out that 19 for Taiga.
So for Taiga Gold, our big focus, our flagship project is the Fisher project, which is under option to SSRM. They've got into this property located in Saskatchewan. SSRM bought the CB mine operation, and subsequent to that, they optioned the adjoining ground, which is our Fisher property. So we are in the fourth year of an option deal with SSRM. We're just coming into the fourth year. And under the terms of the option, they can get up to 80% by spending $4 million in exploration and making $3.3 million in cash payments.
Yeah, so that's become a big, obviously, focal point for the company. So let's talk about the work that they've done and kind of where this thing's at right now.
So the focus for SSRM is obviously they've got the CB mine and the Santoy mine complex up there. So their focus is trying to build reserves so they can feed the mill up there. So they've done quite a bit of work around the mine site up there, but they're also stepping out and exploring on our project up there. And it's greenstone exploration, Saskatchewan, high-grade gold in relatively narrow veins. But the great thing about SSRM is they have really embraced the greenstone exploration. They're experts at it, and they have got a fantastic formula for exploration up there. They're very systematic. They do great science work up there, and they know that to find these deposits, they're very, very profitable, very high grade, but it takes a lot of work. What you see on the surface isn't typically what you find underneath the ground up there. So they do systematic exploration. This year they did. They spent $4 million on our property in 2019. They did 5,500 soil samples, 930 rock samples, and they did 12,000 meters of drilling up there in 20 holes. And by all accounts, from everything we've seen, it was very, very successful. They identified a number of new targets. They were successfully tested some of the targets that they found over the past couple of years, including a couple of what they consider to be ore-grade ore intercepts, which are the first ones that they've actually hit on our property. And they also made an exciting new discovery very close to the border with their existing mine project, which is great news for us. And they've also found some really interesting mineralization away from the main structural zones up there, which is also great news. So yeah, it was a really, really good year for us.
Yeah, so let's build on that and fast forward to 2020. You got a good gold market. Certainly a buzz around this show and many others. Sentiment could be back here. Talk about the work that's going to be done.
So this year, the plan is they're going to do at least another 6,000 meters of drilling. It's actually underway right now. They're going to focus on a couple of the areas that they've discovered last year where they had successful drilling around the MAC area. But they're also going to step out and they're going to drill some of the targets that they've developed last year, some of the places where they got good soil samples or good rock samples. So they're going to actually, as well as focusing on areas where they've already found stuff, they're going to expand out and do some drilling in some of the other areas. And at the same time, they're going to be continuing their systematic exploration. They're going to be doing soil sampling. They're going to be prospecting. They're going to continue to generate more targets for follow-up for next year. So it's a win-win for us, and we just get to sit back and let them spend money. And they're spending money very wisely up. Like they run things very well up there. They're super efficient. We've had in our business, we've had a lot of different partners, and they're, I'd say, by far the best partners we've had.
Let's talk about some of the money they've been spending here. Start basically working the deal out in your head, and you start to draw some conclusions here. But talk about that capital they put in the ground and what they're expecting here.
Well, so they've already spent, in terms of the deal, they have to spend $4 million. They've already spent $7.8, and they're probably going to spend, roughly another $3 to $4 million this year. So I think their focus is find and feed for that mill up there. And like I said, they realize that to find these deposits, you have to be systematic. You have to drill a lot of holes. So for a junior company like us, we would never be able to capitalize to spend that kind of money. So to have a partner that's got the foresight and the stick-to-itiveness, which is what you really need in a partner, to drill that many holes and have the vision to find ore for that mill up there is fantastic for us.
So anything else in the hopper for 2020? Give investors a little blue sky outside of this, maybe.
Really, well, we're also in Taiga. We've also got a number of other gold projects in Saskatchewan that we're continuing to advance up there. So yeah, it's one thing great with the SSR guys. We're basically using exactly the same exploration techniques that they're using. We're using those on our projects up there, and we're having a lot of success. So it's a real win-win partnership.
Okay. That's Chuck Downie. He's the VP Exploration, Taiga Gold. That's TGC on the CSC. Chuck, appreciate that update and continued success in 2020.
Thanks, Rob. Great.